How's it going, guys? It's Repo here. Welcome to another video. Please, let's give this video a thumbs up. If you find it useful, give it a thumbs up because it's really gonna help you. So it's gonna change your way of betting and you're gonna create a winning ticket. Trust me. So let's get into it. As I've mentioned in the previous video, that I'm gonna show you the teams that you need to look at when betting corner handicap. So if you haven't watched that video, please go and watch that video and understand what I was talking about. Without wasting time, so I'm gonna, as usual, I filter the leagues that I wanna look at. It doesn't matter if they're just there, because normally on the upcoming matches they show there. Besides that, I'm gonna show you those teams, and then put in mind that these teams that I'm gonna show you, I've been doing research on, so I know them. I've bet on them several times, and then using other method as well. Make sure that you look at them and you make sure you can take a risk. Betting is a risk, so you can just bet the way I said, this team produce more corners, or this team is the best team to look at. So you can just risk, and then we'll take it from there. You just create a winning ticket. So let's not waste time. So I'm gonna show you league by league. So I'm gonna select 5-6 leagues actually, but yeah, we're gonna pick few teams. Remember, I've mentioned the other day that on the other video, that how to get your money back. So if you haven't watched that, don't waste time and go and watch it and understand how you need to get your money back. So basically, how I'm gonna show you, it's gonna be based on that strategy. So remember, we're using multiple strategies when you're betting, when you're creating a slip. So I'll show you how I've been betting basically, so that you know and understand this, master the strategy, because it doesn't make sense to be betting without a backup. So whenever I bet with a backup. So meaning I make sure that every time I bet, I'm gonna get my money back. So watch my previous video. There's a video whereby I tell you how to get your money back. So bet in that way so that you don't lose your money, even if you lose by one team. Here we're looking at Serie A. First team that I'm gonna recommend is Fiorentina, the one in position number 4, and we have Napoli, we have Atalanta, we have Lazio, we have Roma. So those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams are the ones that I trust in Serie A. So normally I use the other strategy that I once shared here. So basically it works also on the handicap. Those teams, they produce more corners, meaning you can either give them disadvantage, but knowing that they're gonna win, meaning that you can give them at least minus something, but trusting that they're gonna win, or they're gonna produce a lot of corners. And then disadvantages of minus, I think you should guys play safe, because don't go to up to minus maybe 4.5. Don't go up to there. Maybe just go a slide of, maybe if it's a big risk, let's say maybe it's a minus 2.5. Don't go above that. And then also you can give it, if you're staking high, you can give it plus either 0.5 or plus 1.5, but normally that will give a good odds, not more than that. So that's Serie A. And then I don't want to say much about the in depth, so go watch my previous video on the handicap and understand it, so that you know how you're gonna select them. So obviously when you hit on your platform, you'll know how you're gonna give them. So minimize your risk, and then also take advantage of the handicap. And then secondly, we have EPL. Also, I'm giving you a few teams that I always bet on. So first, it will be Liverpool, it will be Arsenal, it will be West Ham, it will be Newcastle, it will be Brighton. Those are the teams. Liverpool, Arsenal, West Ham, Newcastle, and Brighton. Those are 5 teams. So remember, on the previous league, we also selected 5. So you can risk and choose other teams, but then these ones are the ones that I trust because their current form allows them to have a lot of corners. So take advantage of that, and then when you'll decide if ever you wanna put minus or plus. But normally I go with minus if I know they play against both teams. So it's a win-win situation. It depends. Remember, you depend if he's taking high or just want good odds. So we bet differently. I understand, but then you can take advantage. Remember, and we have Bundesliga. So Bundesliga, we have Lever. Position number 1. I don't know. I don't want to bite my tongue. We have RB Leipzig. Position number 4. We have Dortmund, and then that's it. We have only 3. Bayern, don't trust it with corners. Don't trust Bayern with corners, but you can risk. Depend which team they are playing. But then number 1, and number 4, and Dortmund, which is number 5. Those are the teams that I trust. But also number 15, when it comes to UEFA competition, they produce a good quite number of corners, so you can trust them. But then in their league, it's a no. And then only those 4, only all those 3, and then number 15 if they're playing UEFA competitions. We have La Liga as well. So La Liga, I don't really trust them. But if Atletico Madrid is playing the small teams, then you can trust on them. But beside other teams, Barcelona and Real Madrid, I don't trust them at all. Even in UEFA competition, I don't trust them. Okay, and Sevilla, when coming to UEFA competitions, they can do well, but don't bet on them because most of the time, if they lead, they pack the bus and then they will concede a lot of corners. So if you watch those games, you'll know what I'm talking about. If they pack the bus, just know they're gonna get a lot of corners against them. We move to Portugal. So this is the main league in Portugal, Liga Portugal, something like that. And then number 1, Sporting. Also, they produce good number of corners. Benfica, Porto, and Braga. So those are the teams. Actually, top 4 are the teams that you can rely on. You can choose 1 or 2. 1 or 2, and then you'll be okay. But sometimes the handicap is not fair on this side because they give high number. That it'll be almost minus 4.5 in favor of the other team. So meaning they're gonna start with 4 corners behind. Imagine, it means they need to be 5 corners ahead of the other team. So it's tricky, this one. But then you can check time to time when they're about to play if the odds are sitting well, or rather the advantage and disadvantages. It's like the risk is minimum, so that you can take, because normally it's ridiculous. So I don't normally bet on them. Only in UEFA competition they are interesting. Here they don't in their league. Lastly, we have the league in Netherlands, RDV's or something like that. So number 1 we have PSV, and we have number 2 Feyenoord, something like that, and we have Ajax. Those are top 3 teams that I usually pick, and number 3 as well, 20, something like that. I don't know if I pronounce it correctly. So number 3. So basically, top 3 and Ajax, and also number 4 sometimes in UEFA competition. So I can trust on them. I can put a bet on them. So they are really good. And then also this league is also the same as the one in Portugal, because some numbers, or rather the minus is ridiculous on these teams. you'll find that it's you need to be 5 corners ahead of the other team, which is crazy. So those are the trims that I use when betting handicap, corner handicap. And please leave a thumbs up for this video if you find it useful. Comment anything. If you have a question, do comment, and also share with your friends. And also please use the money boost strategy. I've uploaded a video about how to get your money back, which is a win boost. So go check it out, how I bet, looking at the odds. So if you watch it, you understand what I'm talking about. So never lose your money. Don't be broke. Don't remain broke.